Hey, it's Dave. Hot day out here on the farm. Just came out, met with the guy who's gonna grade the land for our Morton building. We put some stakes in the ground. You can see him. Oh, you see back there? That is our water. We got a well drilled, 3-inch well, pressure treated all the way through. And it's got a 1.5 horsepower pump. Hopefully it got some pretty good pressure, water pressure. Looked like we did. We got next to it, we got a little Morton building going up. It's a 24 by 24 foot shed. We still haven't started working on the cooler, but that's after we get the greenhouse up. That is our next project. As you can see over here, we got posts in the ground, and those are the bases for the greenhouse, which we're hopefully going to put the frame up this weekend with some help from some friends and the kids. So we pounded those in last week. Our son Jace helped us. Me and Jason and Jace did that. And then our friend Matt's going to come over this weekend. Over here you see a tarp. We also have pieces of the frame for the greenhouse there. That's going to be our work area on top of that tarp. The tarp isn't there for that though. The tarp is there because it's killing the weeds, and that is going to be our first field block of 8 rows. And then we're going to keep going down that way with the rows for the outdoor crops. So we just moved the trailer and the tractor over to this side. It was over there, but they got to put the Morton building up, which should go up sometime at the end of this month, hopefully, or early next month. So once we got that done, we're getting almost all the infrastructure done. We also, I don't know if you can see this, but you see a little kind of weird looking ground. Well, that's because we had to dig the trench that was for the electric line. We finally got our meter hooked up there. I can't do this backwards. There we go, somewhere over there. So we got electricity, we got water, we're getting a greenhouse. We're starting to act like a farm, which is kind of nice. I just need to grow things, and then once we grow things, we can sell things and actually make some of this money back that I'm spending. So anyway, just thought I'd do a quick overview of what is also going on. Oh, I didn't even mention the big 7-foot fence we've got. We got a nice iron, it's coated steel, galvanized steel, with powder coat, and a big rolling gate, which is pretty heavy to keep pushing open and closed, but it's fine for now. But we got that put up. It should help with deers, and also help with security. If I didn't mention it, someone tried to steal the tractor that we bought, so that kind of sucked, but they didn't get it. But they did try to punch out the ignition. I had to take a police report, and yeah, now we got cameras up, so if they try again, we'll get them on video. So yeah, security, fencing, deer fencing and security fencing, a greenhouse, which is important that's going to be our prop house where we start vegetables. And then yeah, we got the ground being fixed to kill all the weeds, hopefully. Yeah, things are moving along. We're getting there, getting the infrastructure done, which is a big part of getting the farm process going good. And the other thing, you want to be very efficient. So if you don't do it right the first time, then you know, you got to work on making it more efficient later. So I'm trying to be as efficient as possible based on all the videos I've watched and how to do this. So yeah, I thought I'd give you an update and see all the differences that have been going on. I know I haven't made very many videos lately, and that's because we've been out here doing a lot of stuff. Well, out here at the farm with John, And we just moved his bees out of the way because they were parked where the second field block is going to go, and we moved them over there. And I found out that the bees are doing really good, and they're creating their own hive in there, and we got lots of honey in that hive. We stole some of it. If you can hear that buzzing, that's the one that's flying around my head right now. There's John. He's got his bee suit on. I also have a bee suit on, but my arm is exposed now because I'm holding the camera, so hopefully I don't get stung.
There's the comb.
You can kind of see the comb there.
Oh, I'll get a light.
It's pretty amazing. And we stole some of it. We put the rest back in so that we could, now you can see it real good. Put the rest back in so that they, because there was a whole bunch of bees on it, we didn't want to lose them. So we're gonna take some of it in the daytime, one of these days soon, so that we can get them working on the super, as they call it, which is the top of the beehive. You keep the queen out of it, and then they just make honey because they think that they have babies in there, but they don't. So all they do is they do basically this. There's a bee in there, but I don't see any baby
dead.
Bees, so that means
yeah, I don't see any brood.
So that's good. So that means that the queen didn't get to these, which is what you're hoping to do with the honey that you want to keep.
That's full of pollen, and some of that's raw honey that's not quite ready yet because it doesn't have a cap on it, and the ones that are capped is the honey that's done.
So there, you hear John say, if you see those darker orange areas, that's pollen that they've collected and brought back for honey making purposes and to feed the young. There's no young in there, which is good because we weren't sure. There's no queen excluder on that, and we're hoping she's in there somewhere.
Yeah, there's no brood in there at all. Oh, nope, there's a brood right there. That's a baby.
Oh.
So she's in the top.
Oh yeah, I see it. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little blurry on my camera, but there's baby in that one there.
So I'm glad we put it back the way we did.
Yeah, because then there'll be more bees.
Yep.
So we got the excluder on now. We did that earlier. And we're gonna put the bees back in there. In the super part, they can't make any bees in there because it's got an excluder under it. So the queen bee is just a little bit bigger than the honeybees. The honeybees are the worker bees basically, and the queen, she can't get through the little grates that the other bees can still get through. So that keeps her out of the area where you want to get the honey from. So they'll create a whole bunch of a hive with, that's what an excluder looks like. It's got a kind of like a little metal grate on it, and the little bees can get through, but the queen's just too big to get through them. But so anyway, we got honey production going on. So far there's not much going on as far as planting out here. I did bring a couple plants to plant that I took from my house, a couple camellias, which I really like, but they weren't doing well at the house. We put hydrangeas in where they were, so I kept the two that were still looking okay. I'm gonna put them by the building well, probably tomorrow. It's kind of dark. All right, anyway, just if you see what John's doing, he's got that's the smoke. It keeps the bees from, it makes the bees fly a little. Is that what it does? So,
no, it's a distraction method.
Oh.
So if they think the woods are on fire, they'll go
fly
in and start eating honey.
Ah.
To prepare to leave.
I gotcha.
If you smoke them too much, they will leave.
Ah. So you don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that.
So we smoked them a little. It kept them from attacking us, and
it's a distraction.
We got them mostly off of us, although there's still one on John apparently.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried that they're gonna get me because my arm's exposed now, but so far so good. Anyway, that was fun. You do this at night because the bees are a lot less active
only
at night.
To move them.
Yeah, only when you're moving them, which we did. So we just moved them back. You can't see it really, but they're back behind the little berm that's there, and they're kind of in the wooded area where I'm not going to be planting.
And I'll have to come back during the day and fix a lot of it.
Yep. Anyway, that's it. See ya.